I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Gosh, that is a faint line. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's not real. Oh my gosh, that's not real. Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's pregnant!
This is not real. Barrett has a sibling. Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Hello, you guys. Here we are with a very exciting video, aka meet my baby. I can't wait to tell you guys kind of the story, some details, and then introduce you to my new daughter. So I'm gonna tell you guys her name and all, you know, like the birth details, not the whole story, of course. I'm gonna do the full story on my personal YouTube channel, Christina'S Cimorelli. I won't give you guys all those details here, but I'll give you like a shorter version. So let's just jump right into it. So my due date was my birthday, August 12th. And as you know, your due date is 40 weeks. And my due date came, it was Friday. And I was like, man, I really would like to go into labor soon, you know, 40 weeks. I was hoping it was gonna happen soon. So I went to the chiropractor and the chiropractor's like, your hips shifted. You're gonna go into labor like any day now. I was like, really? Cause I hope so. And then 2 days later, 2.5 days later, Sunday night, I went into labor. And on Monday, which by the way, Barrett was born on a Monday at 9:11 p.m. and she was born on a Monday at 9:17 p.m. on Monday, August 15th. Oh yeah, Barrett's born August 3rd, so very close. August 15th, she was born. And I was pretty shocked because A, she had hair, Barrett was bald. B, her hair is black. And C, she was 10 pounds, which I was not expecting. And yes, I got my VBAC, vaginal birth after C-section, my unmedicated VBAC. I didn't get the epidural. That was like something I was going for a lot of reasons. I'll talk about that on my own channel, but I wanted my unmedicated VBAC and I got it. So I was like so shocked, especially because it was a 10-pound baby. I was just so shocked and so excited. I couldn't even sleep that night. With Barrett, it was crazy because I couldn't sleep the first night. Well, a lot of nights, but the first night because he wasn't with me. He was in the NICU and I had just woken up from my emergency C-section, felt like trash, and I watched him on my phone. There was like a monitor of him in the NICU just laying there and I was like, ugh. So I literally watched him all night on my phone, didn't sleep. With her, I was holding her, she's in our room, and I didn't sleep like at all, maybe 30 minutes, just because I was so excited. And I had already been up since midnight the night before. So it was like 48 hours basically of no sleep, but I was so excited I didn't even care. So it was already such a different beginning than Barrett. I was so stressed and anxious with him. And with her, it was like exciting and fun and like I felt peaceful. I had a clue what I was doing. And it was just such a different experience right from the start. So she was 10 pounds, 1 ounce, 21 inches long, August 15th, 9:17 p.m. And we named her Tristan Lynn. And we spelled it Tristen, which I haven't heard of any girls named Tristan until I really started to look around. And Nick was the one who was like, we should spell with an E at the end. And I like Googled that and I saw some girls named Tristan. I was like, oh, that's cool. I haven't really heard of anyone, any girls with that name, so I thought it was cool. And Lynn is my mom's name and my middle name. And it's really cool because my middle name is Lynn and I'm the oldest girl right after a boy, the second born and the oldest girl. And so is she. She has an older brother and then it's her. She's the oldest girl. Well, she's also the youngest girl right now, but you know what I mean. And like I said, if you want to hear the full story of my unmedicated VBAC with a 10-pound baby, that's on my channel right now. It will be linked in the description if you want to go check that out. It was 20 hours. The first part is like the early labor part. That was like pretty long. And then the active labor part was not that long, but yeah, it was 20 hours. It was wild, but it was awesome. And then how did we pick the name? Okay, I was the one who like brought the name up, but I don't remember where I found it, when I actually thought of it, because what I'm thinking is in Divergent, you know, the main character, Tris, that's a really cool name. Her name's Beatrice. I remember I thought that was cool. And I think when I watched that was such a long time ago. Was that like 10 years ago? Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. I remember that movie came out. I thought Tris was such a cool name. And I was thinking like, oh, that'd be cool if it was short for Tristan. I think that's what I thought. And then I thought like, oh, that'd be a cool girl's name, I think. And And then I remember talking to Nick about that name when I was pregnant a couple years ago with Barrett. So I think it was like, oh yeah, I really like that as a girl name. And he was like, oh, I like that too. And we don't really like the same names for the most part at all. Like we have very different taste in names. So when he said he liked that, I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So there weren't that many girl names that we both liked. And Tristan was one of the only ones. So in the hospital, I was like, she seems like a Tristan to me. And he was like, not quite sure. We both thought about it and he's like, we should flip a coin. I was like, we are not flipping a coin to name her. And then after a while, I was like, why don't we just flip a coin for fun since you want to do that? And then you'll see like if it lands on the opposite of what you wanted, then you'll really know you wanted it basically. But I was not really gonna go for whatever. So he's like, heads or tails? And I was like, tails, Tristan. And then he flipped it twice and it was tails. He was like, tails, tails, Tristan, okay. And then I was like, are you sure? And then he was like, yeah. So then it was pretty obvious that he was on board, I guess. But I was like, why do you really want to flip a coin? Because he like kept saying that. But yeah, we ended up flipping a coin, but that was not how it was going to be decided. It was more for fun. But then that was kind of how it was decided for him, at least, not me. So that's kind of what happened. Then I remember he like left the room to go do something. I don't remember what. He came back, he's like, it should be with an EN though. I was like, okay, let me look at that for a little bit. And then it's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Let's do the EN. So one of you guys on my Instagram commented that her name has 10 in it and she was 10 pounds. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna bring her in and I'll tell you guys how Barrett is adjusting and like what she's like. So what is she like? She's not like Barrett at all, which is interesting. The only thing that they really have in common is that she's really, really strong, like right away, super strong, just like Barrett. I wasn't surprised because she kicked so hard in the womb. I just knew she was really strong. And it's funny because on her ultrasound, she's supposed to be like 50th percentile, which is like 7 pounds something. And we did a lot of ultrasounds. We did like 7 maybe. And she kept measuring like 50th percentile. And then her last one, she randomly looked bigger, but not even as big as she was. And she was measuring short and weighing a lot, which she's not short. And she did weigh more than they thought. But that was weird that they thought she was small. But I felt like I just knew. I was like, this feels like a big baby. And she felt so long. Like she would be kicking me and punching me in all these different places at once. And they just felt so far away from each other. So I was like, I think she's a lot bigger, but what do I know? So her personality so far, very different from Barrett. She's mostly pretty content. And then when she's like mad about a diaper change or like wanting to eat, she's like, ah! And she squawks, a pretty powerful squawk. Ah! I love that. She like really speaks up, but then for the most part, she just like doesn't really care. Like Barrett would just cry for everything and he'd cry really intensely and he would stop breathing and his face would get really red and it was really scary and she does not do that. So I'm really glad about that. She's very peaceful, sleeps way better, eats way better, just all around more peaceful. But she had a more peaceful entry into the world, so maybe that helped. Well, honestly, was it that peaceful? I was like roaring like a wild animal, but I don't know, maybe it was more peaceful, I don't know. So, oh yeah, she has black hair, which is crazy. She has blue eyes, and yeah, she's pretty chill. How is Barrett reacting, adjusting? I was like a little nervous that he was gonna be like really jealous. He hasn't been jealous at all. He is obsessed there. Every morning he's like, baby, and he's so excited to come downstairs and see his baby. It's like his baby basically. And he's like fighting me for her. And he cries so much every day because he wants to hold her. But he says, hold it. So he goes, hold it, hold it. And he's like so sad that he can't hold her 24/7. And he kisses her like 100 times a day. And he tries to hold her and he like, and it's just like so sweet with her all day long. So basically he's just obsessed with her and thinks that she is his baby. So far, transition is going really well. He's definitely been a lot more emotional lately, which is fine. Just needs a little more extra like comforting. Hello. He needs more comforting lately for sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Really chill. If you want lots of details, I'm gonna be talking about everything I did to prepare for this birth. I did a video, but I'm gonna do another one like talking about like what helped the most. And then all this stuff on my channel. And then I'm doing the birth story. I'll do a lot of other stuff on my channel. So if you want a lot more details and stuff, head over to my channel and you'll get a lot more details. Are you hungry again? Really? Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming along on my journey and thanks for everyone who prayed for me and supported me. I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys in the next videos that I'm in, which will be very soon. I know people want to know if I was taking maternity leave. Yes, but it's not that long because it's coming back to work isn't that hard for me. So I'm excited to get back to work. And I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye.
Shave my head. I love wearing makeup.
Whoa! I did not guess that. Think you know our voices? Time to put your ears to the test.